Okay, let's talk about the poster for Deadpool and Wolverine. It is something that should have been in your face, loud, bold, humorous, action, bold. If I said bold, I can't remember. But it just falls so flat. It should have been so much more. So in this video, I want to break it down, critique it, and just see where it lands in the tier list. So for those who don't know, my name is Sam. I'm an illustrator who thinks way too much about movie posters and draws way too many film-related pieces of artwork. And when you've got a crossover that's this big, Deadpool and Wolverine, the marketing should feel iconic, not a letdown like it was. And unfortunately, this poster just feels like an action figure, two action figures that are just being made to kiss. So with that, let's get into it. Okay, so now let's start with the positives. And a disclaimer, I'm not criticising the film, this is strictly just the theatrical poster and marketing of it, which I feel just could have been so much more. So, now there are a few positives. The fight itself, the two characters clashing, it's dynamic. Wolverine is mid-slash, Deadpool striking back, there's motion, tension, and you instantly understand the relationship that these two have in the film. They're colliding. It's two iconic superheroes that are coming together, colliding, fighting. You know, the lighting and the color contrast, it works. You have the yellow in Wolverine, the red and black in Deadpool. Nice contrast. Wolverine's metallic claws and the yellow suit, they pop against, again, Deadpool. You know, the deep reds, warm, cool color tone lighting split between them. It helps give the scene some dimensionality. The poses themselves, they're solid, heroic, action, bold, aggressive, and they sell the idea that these two characters are at it. It's kind of a team up, but they're at odds with each other. You know, there's that kind of narrative there. And the fact they are interacting, they're not just standing next to each other, I appreciate that. It's a big plus. I guess a lot of modern movie posters today, they just feel separate in character. The renders, they're just dropped in, you know, it's very minimal effort. So, I appreciate that. Where it falls apart, and this is where my problem lies, it's despite the movement of the two heroes clashing, the poster, it just feels off to me. Okay, the composition, it feels a bit noisy, close up, cramped. There's so much crammed into the center of the frame that it turns into a visual mesh, and I can kind of see that's what they were going for. But it's just the claws, the arms, all the legs, the guns and whatnot, they're all overlapping and competing for your attention. Instead of a clean focal point, your eye bounces around like a pinball. It's just chaotic. It doesn't feel entirely deliberate because I feel like there should have been more attention to the overall composition. It should have just been designed in a much better way. So the flow of your eye is following around the different segments of the poster, not just bouncing around everywhere. And I guess that, like, leads me on to the staging. It is a bit confusing. Like, yes, they're fighting, but where are they? Or what's the environment? What's the tone? The background? It's just white. It's just a wash of just white, and there's nothing. There's no scale. There's no cinematic depth. There's no context. It's more like almost like a loading screen or an unfinished piece of design. I feel like, well, I can understand the minimalist approach to the background, so your focus is more on the characters, but I feel like it should have been used just to highlight the story and narrative of where it's taking place and what else is happening. And thirdly, I feel like it's a marketing checklist. You can practically hear in the email, like, make sure Deadpool's swords are visible, make sure his guns are visible, make sure Wolverine's claws are in frame, both characters look badass. And the result is just a generic kind of action pose. that just, it doesn't say anything about the movie itself. Just, these are the characters that are in the title of the film, they're fighting, and that's it, come and watch the film. It needs to say a lot more. And, you know, it's cool for about 5 seconds, but then after that, you realise there's just no story being told. And maybe they're just relying on that these characters are enough just to draw you into the theatre, but visually, I just want to see something more. And, I mean, the typography, like, it's just sitting there. There's no integration within the art itself, no visual relationship to the energy of the fight. It's just text. And this is, what, like a 200 million budget film? And this isn't a fan poster. Money went into this. So why isn't it saying more? Okay, the title treatment, it should feel like it's part of the image at least, not just an afterthought, it's just placed there. So, I guess my final verdict, where does this land in my tier list? Honestly, it's not terrible, it's not amazing, it's right down the middle. Which I'd say is fairly worse, because it's like, it's not even trying, so C tier. I mean, it's loud, it's flashy, yeah, but it just looks like a cool thumbnail. And I bet I could probably create a better thumbnail for this video than what they created for this movie poster. And I guess that's all about it. It's all surface. There's no story, no real composition, finesse added to it, nothing's iconic about it. You don't look back in years to come thinking what an iconic piece of advertising this was. It's just bland. And that's what gets me. It should feel cinematic, a frozen moment. Instead, it just feels like a marketing document that's just ticking boxes, and I'm fed up of seeing this in so many movie posters. It's two characters that are just awesome, that just everyone loves, and it's just been let down by the marketing, especially in the posters. And it's just not good enough. I'm afraid it's just not good enough. So, with that, I mean, do you agree with me? Or am I just being too harsh on this? It's getting to a point where I'm just fed up of just bland movie posters, especially the money that's being spent on them. And, you know, just let me know what you'd think, where you'd rate this. Would you rate it higher? Would you rate it lower? Or is this just the perfect middle ground for it? And yeah, let me know. And please check out one of my other videos, especially the Superman movie poster that I break down and give my own critiques and yeah, thoughts on it. And I'll see you in the next one.